Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Rabia, and on behalf of AFAQ online learning platform, I welcome all of you to this video lesson. In this video lesson, we will cover new AFAQ Sun series English grade 5. This video lesson is for you if you are a student, a teacher, or a parent. Before we start the video lesson, I want to share a fact with parents and teachers about what makes AFAQ learning experience unique. We know that planning is fundamental to successful teaching and learning. Therefore, AFAQ has provided you academic calendars for each subject of each grade. Each academic calendar has 3 periodic terms: first term, second term, and third term. Each term has 2 periodic units. That is to say, there are 6 periodic units in total in each academic calendars. Moreover, there are 6 weeks in each periodic unit, as you can see in the academic calendar of the first unit of grade 5. 5 of these weeks have been allocated for teaching and learning, whereas 6th one has been reserved for assessment. In the same way, each periodic unit has 6 weeks. There are 36 weeks in total. 30 of them are for teaching and learning, whereas 6 of them are for assessment. That's not all. On the basis of academic calendars and subject weightages, we have also provided you suggested timetables. For example, in this timetable, you can see that we have allocated 7 periods for English. This allocation of periods to the subject English has been based on the subject weightage and also the academic calendars. Respected audience, we have completed 2 weeks of Unit 1. Now we will start the 3rd week of Unit 1 of Term 1. As you can see in this academic calendar, 3 textbook units will be covered in periodic Unit 1. That is, in the first 6 weeks of Unit 1, Term 1, 3 textbook units will be covered. The first unit is An Orphan's Eid, which we covered in the first and second week, and now we are moving towards the 3rd week. So we will start unit number 2 in the 3rd week, which will continue through week 4, and in week 5 we will start the 3rd textbook unit, which is A New Beginning, and we will complete it in the 5th week, and in the 6th week you will have assessment of all these 3 textbook units. So let's start textbook unit number 2. Before starting this unit, I want to give you an overview of this unit. This is textbook unit number 2, which will be covered in the 3rd and 4th week of the first unit of first periodic term. The title of this unit is Mother Earth, and the students will be able to cover these 13 SLOs in this unit. Let's start the first period of this week. In the first period of week 3, the students will be able to cover these 2 SLOs, and AFAQ has provided complete methodology to cover these SLOs in DLP 1, which will be covered on the first day of the suggested timetable on week 3 of the Unit 1 Term 1. Dear students, let's start unit number 2 of your textbook. Now open page number 13. You will see 3 pictures on page number 13. Look at them carefully and tell me what are these pictures about. Yes, these pictures are about pollution. So there are different types of pollution. For example, in this one, the water is getting polluted. So this is water pollution. This picture shows air pollution, because the smoke from the car and the smoke from the factories, it is polluting the air around us. So this is a picture that shows air pollution. And finally we have noise pollution. Very good, because noise can also affect our health. Therefore, noise is also a form of pollution. Now you have to answer these 3 questions related to these pictures. Pause this video, read these questions carefully and discuss their answers with a partner or your parents or your teachers or your siblings. Dear students, now open page number 14 of your textbook. On page number 14, there is a poem. I want you to read the title of this poem and look at the pictures carefully. Once you have looked at the pictures and looked at the title of this poem, I want you to write any 5 words that come in your mind when you read the title. So, Mother Earth is the title of this poem, and you have to write any 5 words that come in your mind when you read this title. And after reading this poem, we will see if the words that came in your mind are related to the poem or not. Let's read the poem together. The title of the poem is Mother Earth. This is a wonderful world and it's true. It's for us, the trees and animals too. Mother Earth provides us with what we need, but she can't fulfill humans' constant greed. Her resources are limited and she is running out. Listen to her warnings, cries, and ongoing shouts. We have polluted her land, water, and air. This shows Mother Earth how little we care. We have ignored her for a long enough time. How we treat her is nothing less than a crime. May we learn from the mistakes as fast as we can, because can't you see destruction has already begun? Alright, so this poem has been written by Joy Depp, and he has talked about the destruction and the pollution that humans have created on Earth. Earth has limited resources, but humans want to exhaust all these resources. They want to use all these resources really very fast. And in their greed to use all the resources, they have polluted the environment. And now this pollution is causing harmful effects for humans as well. This is the second period of the 3rd week. In this period, the students will be able to classify more words that begin with vowel sounds. We have provided complete methodology to cover this SLO in DLP number 2, which will be covered on the first day of the 3rd week of Unit 1, Term 1, according to our suggested timetable and academic calendar. Dear students, open page number 15 of your textbook. On this page, you can see an oral communication portion, and in oral communication portion, there is a phonics practice section. There is Key to Learn as well. As you know that in Key to Learn, we provide definitions, explanations, examples, and other information like that. So let's see what is written in Key to Learn. In the English alphabet, there are 5 vowel sounds. Yes, so there are vowel sounds and consonant sounds in English, and there are 5 vowel sounds. There are 5 letters that represent vowels: A, E, I, O, U. Very good. So all other letters are called consonants. Alright, so in this activity, we have to read the given words that begin with vowel sounds. Okay, so the first vowel sound is A. The first letter is A, and the sound it makes is A. Ambulance, ambulance, yes. Ambulance. This is a word that starts with a sound, and it starts with the letter A. Ambulance. The next vowel sound is that of letter O, which is used in owl and octopus. These 2 words start with the letter O, and the beginning sound is also a vowel sound. Then we have the letter E, and the words starting with the words that start with E are egg and I. Then we have U, up, and umpire. Then the letter I, igloo, and iguana. Alright, so these are the different words that start with vowel letters and also with vowel sounds. Now it's your turn, dear students, to write words that begin with vowel sounds. On page number 15, this table has been provided. In this table, you have to fill in different words that begin with vowel sounds. The first sound is A, so you have to write 2 words that begin with this vowel. Then you have to write 2 words that begin with E. After that, you will write two words that start with I, for example, ice cream, ice, and other words like that. Then you have to write two words that start with O and two words that start with U. And after writing these words, you have to write sentences with these words in your notebook as well. Pause this video, complete this exercise, and then come back. This is the third period of the third week. In this period, students will be able to use appropriate expression in conversation to express and respond to opinion. Respected teachers, we have provided you complete methodology to cover this SLO in DLP number 3. This DLP should be covered on the second day of the third week of first unit of first term. Dear students, let's start this lesson with an interesting activity. In this activity, I want you to give opinions on different matters. The first one is summer is the worst season. So what is your opinion about this statement? The statement is summer is the worst season. What is your opinion? Well, I disagree with this statement because summer is the season of fruits. There are many delicious fruits in this season. For example, mango, and we have strawberries as well. Then we have lychee and many other fruits that are very delicious. So I think summer is not the worst season. It is actually very enjoyable. The second statement is cricket is the best sport. Well, I agree with this statement. My personal opinion is that I agree with this statement. Cricket is the most interesting sport that I know of, and I regularly watch cricket, especially when Pakistan is playing against India, because India is our traditional rival, and I really enjoy watching Pakistan versus India in cricket. In the same way, you have to give your opinion on these statements that are given on the screen. You can pause this video and then discuss your opinion on each one of these statements one by one. Dear students, on page number 15 of your textbook, there is a dialogue. In this dialogue, two friends are talking to each other and they are discussing their opinion on a matter. Let's find out what is the matter. Okay, so the two friends are Abrar and Ahmed. And Abrar says, "Hello Ahmed, how are you?" And Ahmed replies, "Thanks, I am fine. And you?" "I am fine too. What are you doing?" "I am making an awareness poster about environmental pollution." Our environment is in great danger. It is being polluted badly." And Ahmed says, "You are right. The problem of environmental pollution is so huge that it has become a major threat to all living organisms." Abrar says, "Exactly. Can I help you in making this poster?" "Yes, sure." Alright, so in this dialogue, the two friends are talking about environment and how it is being polluted badly. They are talking about the dangers of pollution, and both of them agree that this is a big problem for our world. So their opinion is that the environmental pollution is a big problem for the world and it is threatening all the living organisms. As you can see that the two friends have talked about their opinion on environmental pollution. In the same way, you can practice this dialogue in pairs. One of you will be Abrar, the other will be Ahmed, and you can say these dialogues in pairs. So hurry up, practice this dialogue and then come back. I hope that you have understood the importance of giving opinion, and also you have practiced in the previous dialogue that how we can give our opinion. Here is some more practice on asking for opinions and giving opinions. Sometimes we have to ask other person about their opinions, and when we are asking about opinions, we can use these different phrases. These different structures can be used for asking opinions. The first structure is, "What's your opinion about?" and then you will mention the statement. For example, What is your opinion about environmental pollution? The second structure is, what do you think of? For example, what do you think of planting new trees to prevent environmental pollution? And the third structure that you can use is, how do you feel about? So, how do you feel about air pollution? The fourth one is, are you for and or against? Okay, when you are asking for opinion, you can say, are you for? That is, are you in favor of this statement or you are against this statement? So, are you for or against different inventions that can cause air pollution? So, you can ask this question as well. Do you think that the modern inventions are increasing environmental pollution? So in this way, you can use these 5 different structures to ask for opinions from another person. Alright, we learned about the ways of asking about opinions. What if you want to give your opinion on a matter? If you want to give your opinion on a matter, you can use these 5 different structures. You can start your answer by saying, to be honest. So you can say, to be honest, I'm really upset about environmental issues. In the same way, you can also say, if you ask me. If you ask me, I think all vehicles that produce smoke should be banned. And you can also say, I feel, for example, if someone says that, how do you feel about environmental pollution? So you can say that, I feel really very upset about it. I feel that we should care about the environment and about different animals and plants around us. And you can also use this structure, to my mind, which means that in my opinion, to my mind, it is very crucial that we take serious steps towards the protection of environment. And the fifth structure that you can use in giving opinions is, it seems to me that. It seems to me that we have ignored the problem of environmental pollution, and now it is a huge issue for the world, and we should take serious steps to stop this problem. So here I have given you different structures to talk about opinions and to ask about different opinions from people. So here I have given you 10 different structures, 5 for asking about opinions and 5 for ways of giving opinions. You can use these structures in pairs for asking opinions on different matters and for giving opinions on those matters. Dear teachers, I suggest that you give different statements on the blackboard and ask the students to ask opinions and give opinions on the matter that is written on the blackboard. If the students are at home, the parents can also give them different topics and ask them to write some statements about asking opinion and then write their own opinion by using these structures. Let's start the 4th period of the 3rd week. In this period, the students will be able to cover these 2 SLOs, and the methodology has been provided in AFAQ DLP4. The AFAQ DLP4 should be covered on the 3rd day of the 3rd week of 1st unit of 1st term. Dear students, open page number 16 of your textbook. On this page, you will see different questions in comprehension time. In this section, you will answer different questions about the poem Mother Nature. Pause this video, read these questions carefully and write their answers in your notebook. You can take help from your teachers or your parents or your siblings. This is the 5th period of 3rd week, and in this period, 2 SLOs will be covered. We have provided complete methodology to cover this SLO on DLP5. You can see DLP5 on your screen as well. DLP5 should be covered on the 3rd day of our suggested timetable and in the 3rd week of the 1st unit of 1st term according to our academic calendar. Dear students, open page number 16 of your textbook. Very good. On page number 16, you will see some pictures. In these pictures, there is a story. So you have to look at the pictures below and describe what is happening in these pictures. You have to write the story in your notebook. Let's look at the first picture. So what is happening here? Yes, there is a man sleeping under a tree and 4 monkeys are sitting on the tree. And I think this man has something in his basket. And yes, these are caps. These are caps, and the monkeys are looking at the caps and the man sleeping under the tree. Then we have, yes, then in the second picture we see that the monkeys are wearing the caps, and the man just woke up and saw that the basket was empty and monkeys are wearing his caps. In the third one, yes, the man, what did he do? Yes, the man took off his cap and threw it on the ground. And the monkeys are looking at the man. And now the monkeys have also thrown their caps on the ground and the man is picking up all the caps. So you have to write this story in your notebook and also write in your notebook what did you learn from this story. I hope that you have written the story in your notebook. Now we are going to write about some benefits of natural things. You have to search the internet and read about natural things that give us benefits, and you have to write some benefits in your notebooks. This is the 6th period of 3rd week. In this period, the students will be able to memorize the vocabulary words with their meanings and create a short poem using rhyming words on a given topic. Respected teachers, AFAQ has provided you complete guidelines to cover these SLOs in DLP 6. You can see DLP 6 on the screen as well. DLP 6 will be covered on the 4th day of the suggested timetable, and this is the 3rd week of Unit 1, Term 1. Dear students, open page number 16 of your textbook. On this page, you see this table and you know what you have to do with this table. In this table, some difficult words along with their meanings have been provided, and as usual, you have to memorize these words along with their meanings. And if there are some more difficult words from the poem Mother Nature, you have to underline those words, write them in your notebook along with their meanings and memorize them as well. So this is an exercise of vocabulary. So hurry up, pause this video, memorize these words and then come back. Dear students, do you remember the poem Mother Earth? I hope that you remember the main idea of the poem Mother Earth. Now you are going to write a short poem of your own. On page number 17 of your textbook, this exercise has been provided. You have to write a short poem on the topic Earth Day using the given rhyming words in your notebook. The first 2 lines have been given for you. Okay, so let's read the lines, the first 2 lines. Our earth is special, there is just one. It gives us water, soil and sun. Very good. So the rhyme here is one and sun. So one rhymes with sun. Very good. In the same way, you have to write 3 more stanzas by using the rhyming words given here. Let's read the first pair of rhyming words. Land, hand. So now you have to write 2 lines, that is one stanza having 2 lines. One line should end with land and the other line should end with hand. In the same way, the next pair is tree, me, away, day. Respected teachers, this is an activity that you should conduct on blackboard. Encourage students to come up with lines that use these rhyming words. Once you have completed this activity, ask the students to read the poem that is written on the blackboard and copy it in their notebooks. If a student wants to write their own poem, encourage them to do so. Ask them to write it in their notebook. This is the last period of week 3. In period 7, the students will be able to use appropriate expressions in conversation to express and respond to opinions, offer and accept apology. AFAQ has provided complete methodology to cover this SLO in DLP-7. DLP-7 will be covered on the last day, that is 5th day of the 3rd week of Unit 1, Term 1. Dear students, now open page number 17 of your textbook. Very good. On page number 17, you can see exercise number 3, that is related to expressing an opinion. Read the given expressions carefully. Okay, so there are different expressions that we can use when we are expressing an opinion or when we are responding to an opinion. When we are expressing an opinion, we can say, in my experience, in my opinion, as far as I am concerned, personally, I think. In one of our previous lessons, I gave you 5 different expressions that can be used to express opinion. Now, I have 4 more expressions here that you can use when you are expressing your opinion. You can say, in my experience, flat shoes are more comfortable than heels. Or you can say that, in my opinion, we should care for our environment. As far as I am concerned, I prefer bright colors over light colors. You can also say, personally, I think that children should not be allowed to use mobile phones. So whenever you are expressing your opinion on a topic, you can use any one of these expressions. And if you are listening to those opinions, then how will you respond to that opinion? You can either agree with the opinion or you can disagree with the opinion. So if you agree with the opinion, you can say, you are absolutely right. Students should not be allowed to use mobile phones. Or you can say, yes, I agree. Students should not be allowed to use mobile phones. And if you disagree with the opinion, you can say, I don't agree with you. I think that mobile phones are very useful for children and they should use it for learning different things. And you can also say, of course, when you are neutral, when you do not want to express your opinion and when you don't want to respond to that opinion, you can just end the conversation by saying, of course. In the same way, sometimes we make a mistake and we have to offer apology for it. So there are 4 different ways in which you can offer an apology. You can say, sorry, it was all my fault. Or you can say, pardon me, please accept my apology, I'm sorry. So these are 4 different ways of saying sorry, of offering an apology. In the same way, sometimes we have to accept an apology. For example, when someone apologizes from us, we can say, it's okay, or we can say, don't worry about this. You can also say, that's okay. Instead of it's, you can say that's okay, or you can say, no problem. So these are different ways of accepting an apology. Respected teachers and parents. Now you can give different scenarios to students and ask them to use these expressions in their sentences. For example, you can give them a scenario that they spilled coffee on a table when they are having coffee with their friend. So what would they say if they spilled coffee on their friend? So they could say, pardon me, or please accept my apology, I'm so sorry, or sorry, it was my fault. And the other person would say, don't worry about this, that's okay. So in this way, you can give them different scenarios, and you can also discuss different scenarios in which we need to ask for apology or accept apology. In this way, you will be able to practice all these 8 structures with the students. This is the end of today's lesson on new AFAQ Sun series English Grade 5. I hope that you have understood all the concepts that we covered in this lesson. Now it's your turn to revise it on your own. I will see you in the next video. Until then, Allah Hafiz.